Happy Bookmas Day 19. We are 6 days away from Christmas and I can't believe it. I really wish that it was like the beginning of Bookmas so I could enjoy it all over again and really get time to read. Yesterday being my first day, not having anywhere to go, I almost finished this whole book, but I fell asleep after my reading sprints and I only got to chapter 22, page 256, so I still have a ways to go in Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. I feel like this was picking up towards the end. I really didn't update you at the end of yesterday's video, but it's still not my favorite of her books, but it's picking up. It's getting more like her normal reading style, or at least what I feel like is normal for the books that I've read from her, but I have not finished it yet. So hopefully I'll get back to that one as well. Am I ever gonna finish a Bookmas book that's not like a teeny tiny one? I don't know, but let's see what today's book is. Hopefully, now I only have like 4-ish hours to read today, but hopefully I can make some good progress on whatever today's book is. Let's find out what it is. Book number 20. Is that this one? Okay, I know for a fact that this one is not this whole thing. That will be perfect. I might actually get to finish something else today. Fingers crossed, we'll see, but this is probably the best thing that I could have gotten. Oh my gosh, yes. All right, let me show you what it is, and then we'll talk about what I'm actually reading from this. It is upside down, of course. Okay, so if you saw my blind date with Bookmas video that I did earlier this year, you know that I read this book, Christmas Camp. Now, I am not reading this whole thing again today. It really wasn't my favorite, but my copy has the sequel novella that is in the back of the book, and so that's what I wrapped this up for, so that I would have a shorter book one day of Bookmas. And so I'm literally just gonna read this novella and we'll see how it goes. I didn't love the whole book, but I do want to know what happens, and I do want to like follow their continuation of the main character's story and kind of get back into it for a little bit. But yeah, very happy to get this today because I really needed this shorter book to be able to make some progress in these other ones. So let's get into it. Okay, so chapter 1 was kind of that, like when books do that cringy, like trying to catch you up on everything that happened in the book before it, but they're trying to make it like a conversation. But if you actually read the conversation, it would never flow the way, or people would never talk the way that it goes. Like it just doesn't flow naturally. That's kind of how chapter 1 was, but it was good for like the recap of everything that happened, but still it's like you would never really be talking this way. But then the cliffhanger at the end of the chapter, what? Okay, so took a little break because I am also trying to get stuff prepped for like end of year content and 2024 content. So I just took a break and reset all of my playlists on my channel because I had a lot that have been on there for the last 3 years and they just kind of seemed all over the place. So I went through and I deleted anything that I didn't feel like was being used by me or by other people. And I set up, you guys don't see this yet because it's private until January, but I set up playlists for each of the different kinds of videos I'm going to have on my channel in January. So I'll just go ahead and tell you because I'm not going to do probably one of those videos. Like last year I did like a what's to come in 2023 video, and I like doing that except for the fact that it wasn't really what came in 2023. That worked for me for about 2.5 months, and then things changed drastically with my practicum, my first practicum in the spring. all the stuff that happened in my life in late spring and summer, and just like my second like it just did not happen the way that I thought it was. So 2024, I am simplifying things but still have plans. I actually went through and I created posts for all the videos that I would like to go out for January through June, and basically the last Saturday of every month you will get that calendar. It's already scheduled, it's already ready to go up, so you'll see like what videos are coming in the next month. I am pretty excited that I did that, but I'm also very nervous because it's like I hope that I can keep up with that. It's very much going to be like, these are the videos I want to film and put up. Okay, now let's just talk about it. So this is what I'm thinking is on Mondays in 2024, you will only see one of 4 kinds of videos, except for like Bookmas in December. But like January through November, Mondays will only consist of TBR games, Little Free Library Haul and Unhaul, audiobooks and coffee shops, and my 12 challenge reading vlogs. So if it's a Monday, it's going to be one of those 4 videos. On the last 2 Fridays of every month, one will be my TBR reading vlog, and then the other will be Blind Date with Bookmas. Fingers crossed we can keep up with that. And then the rest of the videos that I put up will be on kind of like a reading rotation, or like it's a list of all kinds of video ideas that I've seen people do or video ideas that I've had. And it's just kind of a jumbled list, but like I can rotate through those video ideas and make them more sporadically. That way I have the content that I want to be specifically happening once a month, but then I'm not like missing it because I don't get through everything in my video rotation. Every Monday, I'm not doing like a video rotation video, I'm doing a monthly video. The last 2 Fridays, I'm doing a monthly. Then every other upload on Wednesdays and Fridays would be from that like rotation of ideas that I have that I want to film. So, and then if I miss an upload, I'm not having to be like, oh, I want to upload this video, but I have to wait till I do the one before it. Because that was my like 2023 plan, and it really just, it's a nice idea in theory, but it really just didn't work. So that's why I have revamped and simplified things, hopefully, fingers crossed, for 2024. That way I still know like what's the next thing to film, but it's not dependent on the video that came before it. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry about it, but it is an infinitely more simplified and sustainable system for 2024. So what I did just now is I went through, and you won't see this till January, but I made playlists. So if you miss a video from a certain series, there are 2024 playlists for each of my videos. So I have a playlist for all of my TBR game and hopefuls videos, for my 12 challenge videos, for my audiobooks and coffee shop videos, my Little Free Library haul and unhauls. Now I already have a playlist that I did leave up that has all of them that I've ever done, and those videos will go in that as well, but I will have like a specific 2024 Little Free Library playlist. Like any kind of readathons and reading challenges, whether it's me doing it or another booktuber. Blind Date with Bookmas will have its own playlist, and all of my TBR reading vlogs, so that way you guys can see when I'm actually like reading my TBR. I think I addressed this already. My TBR games are going to be based only on the fiction books that I have. They are not going to be based on my nonfiction books. Instead, I am going to do like a reading rotation for each of the categories of nonfiction books I have. So I have like leadership, relationships, teaching, kids ministry, kind of combine those. And then like any other categories. I don't remember what they are because I can't see them right now, but I will have those like be reading. Oh, Christian living and devotionals, of course. I'll just be focusing on one at a time, and when I finish it, I'll rotate to the next one. But that way I'm not putting like multiple books of the same category or multiple nonfiction books of the same category on my TBR for my TBR game, and then failing at my TBR because I'm not in the mood to read about, say, relationships, because I rarely ever am. It's just gonna work better to have like one book from each category that I'm focused on until I finish that book, and then I can switch it out when it's done. Like in the past, I've been hopeful that I could do what I planned, but I really took some time to think about what is actually doable for me, and I think this is gonna work much better. That's all my planning for 2024. Now my video from yesterday is about to premiere, so I'm gonna get on YouTube and watch that, and then we'll get back to the reading. I'm so concerned for what's gonna happen to these main characters. I feel so bad for our main character. Like, this is intense. Like, hello plot points. Oh my gosh. I actually just read 2 chapters and oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm very concerned. I'm sure everything will work out. It's a Christmas romance after all. But I feel bad for her. Okay, I have to get going soon, but I have like 4 chapters left to go, not that much. If I was focused, I could have gotten through this already. It's definitely, I would honestly say, more interesting than the main story, but still not like a favorite read of mine. Don't really know if I'm going to keep this book. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but I am enjoying it, and I'm glad to have gotten this for today. So hopefully when I get home, I can finish up another book, fingers crossed. Okay, I just finished this. Glad to have read it. I don't know if this is something I'll ever reread, but it is a cute story and a very cute concept, and I liked having a novella for today. So now, when I get home, because I have to get going now, like right now, but when I get home, I will get to pick up whatever book I want and read for the rest of the night and hopefully make some progress and finish another book. Fingers crossed, that's the goal. I would love to finish All I Want for Christmas, but I also would like to start Christmas at Fireside Cabins, but I also have so many books that I need to finish, so I'm almost like gonna hold off on ones that I haven't really started and maybe get into ones that I'm closer to finishing before I get into ones that I really have just barely started or haven't started at all. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm back home. We had such a fun time today at my group. I just loved getting to, like, most of our time honestly was just talking, and then we did study the last book, or the last chapter of Philippians, but most of it was just talking, and it was really, really fun. And I feel like that's just so valuable to have that. You know, obviously you want to focus on the Bible and Bible study and growing closer to God, but it's also so meaningful to have those good relationships. Now I am ready to get back into some reading. And I think what I'm going to do, even though this was not my plan, I looked at the books that had the least amount of pages left to read, and it looks like Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses is the one with the least amount of pages. So I'm going to try to make some good progress on this, potentially finish it, and then I will get into another book if I have time. Okay, so it's the next day, and it happened again. I was reading, and then I fell asleep. So I did not finish Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses, this one by Jenny Hale. I have not finished it yet. I've got a little ways to go, but I totally passed out for the second night in a row. I'm still very happy that I did finish that novella and get some extra reading in yesterday. Okay. That is everything for this video. I've got to get into the next day's video, which is today's video. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Be sure that you subscribe. Give it a, why did I do that for subscribe? Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the rest of Bookmas. We only have a few days left, and then it'll be end of year content, and then 2024. Oh my goodness. But make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that. Comment below. Let me know what you're most excited for this Christmas, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.